Hey everybody, welcome back to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Last time we finished up Naina's extra scenes, and now what we've all been waiting for, or what I've been waiting for, we're gonna get right into Hina's extra scenes. Shall we? A 10-minute break in between classes. We didn't have to switch classrooms, and once my textbook and notebook were out of my bag, I was finished preparing for our next subject. I'm bored. What to do? I don't really have anything, but I guess I could review a little for class. I studied some with Yurirei yesterday, though, so I don't really need to. What to do? Should I talk with somebody? But I haven't really made any friends that I can just chat with yet. I joined the track team right after starting school here, so I kind of forgot about making friends in class, and my class doesn't have any of the girls from the team. What do I do? What should I do? I looked to the seat next to me as I considered. Maki-san was sitting there, of course. I think this is before their first reaction that we see in Seina's extra scenes. Is Maki-san gonna go somewhere? Lately, she bolts out of the classroom during lunch and after school as soon as the bell rings. I wonder why. Come to think of it, is Maki-san the one I've talked to most in class? Though it's just saying hi and stuff in the morning and after school. Oh, we had a bit of a conversation yesterday, I think. Come to think of it, didn't Yurirei ask about Maki-san the other day during dinner? I just remember that myself. I was gonna ask about it, because now looking back, it kind of wondered how exactly Hina and Seina knew each other, and now we know. She was surprised when I said that she sat next to me. I wonder how Yurirei knows Maki-san. She just said she'd heard her name, I guess. Where'd she hear that? Yurirei's never met Maki-san, has she? Komano-san, what's up? Noel? Oh, I might have stared at Maki-san for too long. She's looking at me curiously now. We've still got time before our next class. I'll ask. This'll be interesting. I want to know. Well, clearly we know Seina doesn't know who Yuna is. So, I guess we're not really gonna have an interesting answer, are we? Huh. Who is she? She lives next door to me. Oh, the person who cooks for you all the time? Yeah. She's the one you told me about the other day, right? The wonderful senpai who makes your lunch every day? Yeah? Yeah, I mean, your lunches always look really good. It's wonderful that she's so good at cooking, isn't it? Yeah. She complimented Yurirei's lunches. Maki-san's a good person. She said Yurirei is wonderful too. But what about Tomi-senpai? I wonder why Yurirei asked about Maki-san, even though she didn't seem to know she was in my class. Maki-san doesn't know her, so where did Yurirei hear about Maki-san? From Ano-chan? Do you know the second year, Ano Fuji? Huh? No, I don't know her either. Huh. Then who did she hear from? I'm more confused now. Did I do something to some second-year senpai? I don't really know. I see, so you don't really know. Sorry. Oh no, don't worry about it. You can't do anything about it if you don't really know. You think so? Well, if she says so. Maybe she just let it go because she's been in a good mood or something. Do you know a lot of second years, Komano-san? Just Yurirei and Ano-chan besides my senpai on the track team. Is Yurirei Tomi-senpai? It's kind of nice how you call her that. It's like she's your own personal senpai. Of course, Seina would just get a kick out of all this stuff. I believe in their first conversation that we have with Seina and Hina, she has a very similar reaction to Yuna, doesn't she? And now I guess we can kind of see why Hina sort of takes a liking towards Seina too, because it just all comes to, oh, you seem to like Yuna, so I can like you too. When I hear that from someone else, it really makes me feel like Yurirei is someone special for only me. Upperclassmen are so nice. Why are they so mature and cool? They're only a year or two older than us. You've got a wonderful senpai too, Komano-san. That's great. What's up with Maki-san? She's suddenly really excited. She might have a point though. Yurirei does seem really mature even though she's only a year older than me. She's good at cooking too. Yeah. You get it? No, I get it. Startled Hina is still really hard to comprehend because we do see her as being always like so serious and like stoic almost. But she has those moments where she like gets caught off guard or trips out, or where she's describing to Miyu and Matsuri what it feels like to be in love with Yuna, and she does like that weird reaction. I can't remember it, but it's pretty funny. I wish we could like kind of see her expression change with it. Like it was animated or something. I could only imagine. Yay, I thought you'd get it, Komano-san. You've got a wonderful senpai right by your side after all. Yeah. That's so nice. I want to get closer to senpai too. So, Maki-san has a wonderful senpai herself? Looks like it. Komano-san. Whoa? Let's do our best to get closer to our wonderful senpai, okay? Okay. She's holding my hand really tight. I'm already close to Yurirei, though. How am I supposed to get closer to her? I don't want to ruin Maki-san's momentum, though. Oh, so maybe Hina's feelings did start with Seina. Like, Seina might have gotten her to start thinking about her feelings for Yuna a little differently, and then, you know, she had some time to think about them, and then, of course, kind of confirms it with Miyu and Matsuri, but I was kind of hoping that would be the case. We're comrades, okay? And trying to get closer to our wonderful senpai. Yeah. I'll do my best, so you do your best too, Komano-san. I will. Yeah, I've got to do my best too. I need to find that hideout for us to do that. I have to find it soon. She whispered something to herself, quietly pumping herself up. Maki-san's pretty interesting. If I'm gonna do my best with Maki-san, does it mean I have to try to get closer to Yurirei? What should I do? But maybe I should widen my search a little. I wonder where I haven't looked yet. But looking at Maki-san, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Right? She just makes it all look all so fun. Nope. Pretty sure there's a new scene here. Oh, okay. Sorry. I reacted because I thought it was another Seina scene, but it's not. The Seina scene had already been done. This happens before, so this must be Hina's thought process before she talks to Seina when she notices she's upset and crying. Oh, I so love this friendship. I'm so 100% more than okay with this friendship right now. While I was passing the tatami room on my way to practice, Seina-chan? I saw a familiar figure sitting in front of a table, her back to me, hanging her head. Actually, I've been seeing her like this a lot lately. Hanging her head in her arms, sitting in the seat next to me. It wasn't hard to recognize her. I inched forward a little. Yep, it's Seina-chan. I was getting closer to her, but she wasn't showing any signs of noticing me. I wonder why she's been like this. Up until just a little while ago, she was in a super good mood all the time. She seemed really happy as she told me about how busy she'd been every day since she joined the beautification committee. But ever since around the end of last week or so, she's been face down on her desk like this. I was a little surprised since all her previous energy had suddenly fallen flat. When I asked her what happened, she just responded with stuff like, or what do I do? I figured something happened that she didn't want to talk about, so I didn't ask any more than that. I thought she was a really bright, positive person who had an unexpected amount of energy. We'd started talking more in class, we'd become friends, and I learned a lot more about Seina-chan. She's a little proud of the fact that she's stronger than most, since her family's in construction, and she laughed when she said positivity that was her whole family's strong point. But no matter how you look at it, she's feeling blue now, right? I had come this way after buying one of my favorite drinks, but I decided to turn around and leave the tatami room behind, heading back to the stairs. Good. Seina-chan's still here. I don't know what I would have done if she'd gone off somewhere else. I wouldn't have bought all this stuff. It wouldn't be any fun to eat it all by myself. I headed back over to where Seina-chan was hanging her head on the table, and this time I called out to her. Seina-chan. Seina-chan slowly raised her head. Good, she's not crying, but it sort of looks like she might start. I started spreading out the contents of the plastic bag I brought with me onto the table. I bought you some bread, Seina-chan. Let's eat. Was that the noise she makes when she's surprised? Well, whatever. You have no grounds to talk. No grounds to stand on, Hina. You make the strangest noises when you're surprised. At least I imagine they're strange noises. It's hard without, having any of this stuff voiced. There's curry bread, red bean bread, tricolor bread, a sandwich, a chocolate cornet, a potato salad roll, yakisoba bread. With this much, there's got to be something Seina-chan likes. Seina-chan was silent as I spread all the items over the table. Eat whichever one you like. Oh, I wonder if, since we're from Hina's perspective, I'm starting to remember how this conversation went the first time we heard it. And are we going to find out what Hina's experiences that she's pulling from? Because she gives Seina the advice, and then she comments that she's pulling from her own experience, but she says it's a secret. And I'm not sure what that experience is. And I don't know if we're supposed to know. I don't know if it's something that's happened in the story or if it's going to be something totally new. But I feel like it hasn't happened in the story. I feel like I would have remembered. Why? Well, because I couldn't think of anything else, I guess. Anyway, it's good to eat something at times like these. You seem pretty low on energy. Thank you. Seina-chan just stared down at the bread for a while. I don't know if I can eat anything fried right now, though. There's a lump in my throat. I don't know if I'd be able to get it down. You think so? I heard oily stuff's good at times like that. Really? I feel like Yurirei said that once. Did she? She probably did. Seina-chan decided on the curry bread eventually, and I took the yakisoba bread. We sat there, across from each other, eating our bread. When Seina-chan was about halfway through hers, I asked. I thought maybe it'd be better not to, but I also thought maybe it would help. I wondered which would be best, and figured she didn't have to answer if she didn't want to. What's wrong? What do you mean? Why you're so down? What you're doing here? Why you look like you're about to cry? You don't have to answer all of them, but what's wrong? But before I could finish my thought, Seina-chan opened her mouth to speak. Well, I think I heard someone important to me. Someone precious to me. Someone precious to you? You hurt them? Yeah, I don't know how to face her anymore. So you don't want to see her? No, that's not it. I want to see her, but I don't think I should. And when I think that, I don't know what to do. What has she said? Has she said she doesn't want to see you, Seina-chan? No, she hasn't. She hasn't, but I wonder. I don't really know. I think I did something really terrible. So that's why she's been so down. I know the reason why now, but what can I do? For now, I guess. More bread. Huh? Oh, I'm already pretty full. Just eat one more. Oh, okay. Then you should go see her. Huh? But even if I go, we can't talk. You don't need to talk to her, but you should be near her. I should? Even if she might feel bad because I'm near her? I don't know. She might, but she also might forgive you. But either way, you won't know unless you're near her, right? You might be right, but it kind of hurts. I understand that feeling. I've fought with Yurirei before. There have been times when we went a long time without talking to each other. What? I mean, I feel like that happens between friends. What we've seen of Yuna and Hina in this whole game has been like so lovely and wonderful and close and intimate that it's hard to imagine them like fighting so hard that they wouldn't talk to each other. Oh, but that adds like a whole nother layer of depth to their relationship. I want to know. Please give us details, Hina. I really want to know what you and Yuna fought about because that just sounds fascinating to me. But you'll never find an opportunity to make up if you're not near each other. If you're not close by, she won't hear you if you say you're sorry. So you should be close to her, even if it hurts. You have to deal with it. Deal with it? Forever? She's precious to you, isn't she? Is she someone you can't stand being near? Oh. She's not, right? Even though it hurts, you want to be with her. That's why you're here worrying about it, isn't it? If you didn't want to deal with it, you'd have already gone home. Yeah, you're right. I am, aren't I? Have you had to do that before, Hina-chan? Dealing with being near someone even if it hurts? I have, but we're talking about Seina-chan right now, not me. I doubt my experiences with Yurirei would be very handy for her. Oh, Hina, you have no idea. You have no idea. My hope is that in the near future, which I'm sure probably would happen, as Hina and Seina become closer friends, they, find out about each other's relationships and they have a good time talking about it with each other because they're in really similar positions. I mean, well, not really. Hina, not really, but sort of with the person they both kind of are in love with, and it's nice when you have like those parallels running in stories, and it's nice when they're subtle enough to where you don't realize that the author, the writer, is deliberately trying to set up the pieces so you have sort of these reflections of characters in one another. I think this game, for the most part, does a really good job of it. It just makes everything like emotionally more resonant. It makes those themes stronger. Here, eat more. What? I'm really at my limit here. You can't? Want to take it with you then? Huh? No, I'd feel bad. You should eat the rest, Hina-chan. Okay, I'll do that. I can eat it after practice. Oh, I'm almost late already. I stuffed the rest of the bread back into my bag and turned toward the door. Seina-chan. Yeah? Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm going to practice then. Just take this one with you. I ripped off a third of the tricolor bread and tossed it into my mouth, leaving the rest with Seina-chan. I hope she starts feeling better. I hope she can make up with her precious person, too. Then they can split that bread together. Hopefully before it goes bad, anyway. I took one look back at Seina-chan as I walked out of the tatami room. Seina-chan was still sitting there, but her head was raised now. She was staring at the bread I'd left her with. Will she stand up soon? Will she go see her? I hope she'll find the strength to be by her side. Good luck, Seina-chan. Nope. This is a new Umi scene that popped up. Okay, I'm gonna do a video at the end that's gonna like encompass all the scenes I've missed, because I know they're out there. So apologies for not getting all the characters in one go. I don't know if that was even possible to do, but I know some of you in the comments have pointed out that you think I've been missing stuff, and that's totally true, and apologies, but I'm doing this blind, so there's no way for me to know what I could have even done. But I will get all the extra scenes regardless. It just might be not as organized towards the end. My legs felt light, and my body felt light. The sensation grew with every impact against the track. My legs pumped under me, left, right, left, right. It was getting harder and harder not to breathe, but my determination would be stronger. I pushed forward, beating down the urge to open my mouth. Goal! I ran through the goal line, bent forward with the last of my strength. The air I'd been holding in exploded out of me, quickly replaced with sweet, clear breaths. My heart was pounding. Sweat tingled across my skin as it dripped. It was the sensation of the weight returning to me after running with all my strength. It was worse than usual, but I think that's because I was just running that much better than usual. Nice run, Hina. You set a new record. Yes? I haven't beaten my time in a while, but I guess I'm in really good shape today. I'll time you again in 5 minutes. Okay. Maybe I'll set a new record next time, too. I was feeling so light today, I was even playing with thoughts like that. No, it's probably since yesterday, since I peeled those potatoes with Yurirei, helping her out, since I talked with her. I slowly made my way back to the starting line, but stretched out my limbs as I went. As I walked, I thought back to my conversation with Yurirei. She finally told me what I had been wondering about for so long, the reason why she's been feeling so down. I'm really happy she told me. I was worried she was never going to mention it at all. I kept wondering why she felt that way. She never stopped cooking for me or changed her schedule at all, but it was still obvious. I couldn't avoid wondering what happened. But I couldn't really ask for some reason. I thought maybe I shouldn't worry about it since she was treating me like she always did. But she finally told me, and she said she got over it because I always enjoyed eating her food. She thanked me. I was happy to hear that I was helping Yurirei feel better, even just a little bit. My body's been near weightless since then. I feel really good. I bet that's why I broke my record today too, because of Yurirei. Hina! Oh, it's our favorite senpai. Whoa! I just got back to the starting line when Matsuri-senpai suddenly flopped onto me from behind. You broke your record. That's great. Seems like you're doing good today. Matsuri-senpai, it's hot. Did something good happen? That was quite a run. Why is Matsuri-senpai so sharp about these things? She never misses a beat when someone's doing better or worse than usual. You're the type whose times can change a lot with her mood, Hina. It's pretty cute, kid. You're heavy and it's hot. Go run one more time like that. Celebrate good times by setting a new record. Good times? Yeah, it was something good. Yurirei talking to me. Was that really something good? Yurirei was having a hard time, right? She was really troubled, right? I knew that she wasn't feeling well, but I didn't know why, because I didn't ask. Doesn't that mean that Yurirei was in pain all this time and I couldn't do anything about it? She said that I helped, but I wasn't doing anything but eating. She said she was happy that I listened, but I was really just sitting there. Doesn't that mean Yurirei enjoying cooking and feeling better was all stuff she did on her own? I was really only just eating food every day, right? Is that really something good? Am I the only one feeling happy about it? Doesn't change what happened to Yurirei, and I didn't do anything about it. Why do I think that was something good then? Am I being happy for my sake? Is Yurirei feeling better too? She's having fun cooking for the team now, but it's not like I was the one who asked her to do that. Oh man, Hina is such a thinker. She thinks a lot, doesn't she? And she questions a lot. Almost as much as, you guessed it, Yuna, right? I mean, geez, this feels familiar. Maybe it's the way they work so well together, though. Am I happy about something when I didn't even do anything? Oh, suddenly you're looking a little glum there, Hina. What happened to your good mood? Come on, cheer up. Okay. Really, what happened, Hina? Are you worrying about something? You can ask me for advice whenever you want, you know. You might feel better talking about it. Feel better talking about it? Do you? If that's true, then did Yurirei feel better because she talked to me? It did kind of seem like that. So then just talking to me was good, right? If she felt better, then it was good, right? Did I do something good just by listening to Yurirei? I'll listen to anything, okay? Life advice or love advice, any counseling, physical or mental is okay. Come on, tell me. I'm fine. I feel better now. Huh? I like just Hina's slide away from Matsuri. How many times have we seen her do that in the course of this game? I ducked out from under Matsuri-senpai's arm and made my way back to the starting line. You can't just resolve everything by yourself, Hina. I haven't heard anything yet. Let me hear the worries of my cute junior. Come on. I'm good. Yeah, I am. It was good that Yurirei talked to me. All I could do was listen, but I think that was enough. It was something she never told me before, after all. But yesterday she did. I bet she'll tell me all sorts of other things now. I still might only be able to listen, though. But that's fine. If that makes Yurirei feel better, that's good for me, too. I'm happy about it. Next, Hina, get on your mark. Or get to your mark. Yes. I jogged over and placed my feet on the starting blocks. I'll get an even better time. I'll do what I can to help out Yurirei. I'm on my mark, ready. At the sound of the whistle, I left the ground. Whoa, is this Hina's room? It's another off-campus location. Woo, I feel so special. Whoa. After getting back to my room, my face suddenly felt like it caught flame. I was flustered, but more than that, I was like, how was I keeping my cool on the way here? I said it. I finally said it. Today. Just before leaving school at the main gate, right before the school festival ended, to Yurirei, that I love her. Whoa. The heat of my face was too much to take, so I jumped onto my bed and buried my face in my pillow. But it was still overwhelming. Well, why did I say that? Because I was talking to Matsuri-senpai and Miyu-senpai right before? Because while we were talking, I heard that they were going out together? Because I found out that even though they're both women, they can still be in love with each other? It's not just that. Lately, I've noticed that I can't keep my cool while I'm talking to Yurirei. I'm so happy and I'm having so much fun, but there's a tightness in my chest too. I almost want to clutch at it. Even when I'm not with Yurirei, when I think about where she is and what she's doing, like now, I feel the same. It's fun and I'm happy, but it feels kinda itchy. Sometimes I'll see Yunine talking to somebody in the hallway, and my heart feels like somebody's squeezing it. Even if it's Ano-chan or some senpai I don't know. If Yunine's smiling while she's talking to somebody, it gets so tight I can't even say hi to her, even though I like seeing Yunine smile. I always wondered why. I figured it out after talking to Matsuri senpai and Miyu senpai. They said they felt the same thing toward each other, and the two of them are in love, so this feeling is, I'm in love with Yunine. I figured that out, so when I parted with them and found Yunine at the main gate, I was happy. Since I'd finally figured it out, I couldn't just leave it alone. I had to tell it to her right there. I told her. I said it, that I love Yunine, that I want her to be my girlfriend. I want Yunine to be my girlfriend. That's what my feelings are. But I realized after I said that it was kind of crazy. I've always loved Yunine. We've been together since we were little, and she's always looked after me. I think of her like a big sister. Because I love her, I was really worried when Yunine wasn't herself, and I was sad that I couldn't do anything for her. I think Yunine's changed a little since when I started school at Shirojo. She's cool again now like she used to be. She looks happy more often. She started looking the same at school as she does at home. I always wondered what happened. When she was feeling down, when she recovered, and when I realized that the old Yunine was back, I noticed that the love inside me had become different than it used to be. I've been wondering about that feeling since the middle of summer vacation, and I finally told her about it today. But what do I do now? What do I do tomorrow? I stood up and paced around my room a little, but I wasn't finding any answers. What sort of face do I make in front of Yunine tomorrow? It was the same the whole way back from school, and when we were eating dinner, and when we were cleaning up afterward, and when I said goodnight and left her house. My heart's been pounding the whole time. I was trying not to let my face glow red. I'm so happy I've been trying not to burst out laughing, but so embarrassed I've been trying not to say anything weird, too. Since I said I love her. Yep, I said it. I don't regret it, and I don't intend to take it back. I love Yunine, after all. I love Yunine. I really do. Saying it out loud again kind of makes me feel refreshed. I think I've calmed down a little, though my face is still bright red. I've got to get it together. Now that I've said it, I have to own it. Yunine's more freaked out than I am, after all. She's been kind of out of it ever since I said it. I can't be all flustered after surprising Yunine so much. Okay. This is wonderful, getting Hina's perspective on everything. Can I just say, this is exactly what I wanted going through the main story. And I like this progression of, like, Seina kind of planting the seed in Hina's mind. I really, truly believe that was going on there. And then sort of Hina coming to noticing her own changing feelings, and then, yes, talking to Miyu Matsuri. And now the aftermath and seeing how Hina feels about it. And I love that Hina's, it's totally in character because we know she's super honest and super serious. And so it's cool to see her, like, not regret confessing her love to Yuna. She's still worried about it. She's worried about Yuna, but she doesn't regret it. And I just love that line of, like, I gotta own it. It's like, applause, Hina. You're wonderful. Now I just have to get cooled down. I stepped out onto the porch and took a deep breath. It was starting to get cold at night, so this was perfect. Just beside my veranda was the veranda of Yunine's house. No, her room. Oh yeah, I forgot that they're like literally next door neighbors. Her light's still on. Yunine's awake. Whoa, my face is getting hot again. I remembered all the times Yunine and I have talked from our balconies. Another deep breath. Okay, I'm calm now. Oh, the light leaking out from the next door veranda was suddenly extinguished. Yurirei's already going to bed. It's not even 10 yet. This is way earlier than normal. I guess Yurirei's still freaked out. Yurirei was spaced out the whole way home. I didn't get an immediate response. But I didn't want her to answer me on the spot or anything. I just wanted to tell her how I felt more than anything. So I told her she could give me her answer whenever she wants. That's fine, since Yurirei seemed really surprised. When she calms down, I want her to think hard about it, and I want her to tell me when she comes up with an answer. That's all right now. I won't rush her for an answer, and no matter what response she gives me, I'll accept it, since it'll be a response from the Yurirei I love. Of course, I'd be really happy if she said she loves me, but it'd be fine if she doesn't, too. It's all right. I'm prepared. I told her my feelings today, so I'm ready for whatever answer I get. I'm sorry for surprising you, Yurirei, I muttered at the dark room next to mine. Good night, Yurirei. My face reignited the moment the words left my lips. My heart started pounding. I didn't know just saying goodnight could make me feel like this. I really love Yurirei, don't I? Good. That makes me happy. I guess I'll go to bed now, too. It might take me a while to fall asleep, but I bet that once I'll calm down, I'll sleep really well. Oh, Hina, I was in that position in high school. It's weird. Just waiting when you confess your love to someone at that age. And they, don't know how to take it, so you're just, waiting. It's just super awkward between you and them until they finally come up with an answer. And that girl took, a month, too, for me. So I totally get Hina's position. And I get Yuna's position because I got her whole side of the story, too. It was very similar. Oh, yeah. I could die and go to heaven. Well, I think we know what's happening here. Phew. I got out of the bath, went back to my room, and plopped straight onto my bed. My head's throbbing. Was I in the bath that long? My whole body feels hot. My heart's pounding, but I kind of feel like I'm floating. Huh? I feel like this happened once before. It's that. Like that day. The day of the school festival when I told Yurirei that I love her. That night was like this too. Maybe it's a little different. I think my heart's pounding harder today. And it's not just my face that's hot, but my whole body. Yet I am so happy. Is this what happiness feels like? Yurirei. I really felt like it when I muttered her name out loud. Like I was happy. So, is it weird that Hina still calls Yuna Yurirei? Or is that some Japanese thing I can't understand because I wasn't raised in the culture or the language? Because I know the ne, it's supposed to be sister. So it's like Sister Yuna or Big Sister Yuna. But at this point, is it weird for Hina to be calling Yuna Yurirei? Or again, does that not really matter in the context of, Japanese culture and the Japanese language? Is that title mean something beyond what our English literal translation for it is? Not that it really bothers me. I mean, I've been a fan of Maria Samagami Taro for years, like a decade. Never doesn't bother me calling the girls you love sister. After eating breakfast this morning, Ano-chan went home and Yurirei and I were cleaning up together. Yurirei finally gave me her answer to my confession, to my telling her I love her. I couldn't help laughing when I remembered it, since she said she loves me. She told me she loves me, that Yurirei feels the same way about me. I was so happy I jumped into her arms, and Yurirei caught me. She caught me and hugged me. I clung to the warm, soft, kind Yurirei. I buried my face in her chest like a spoiled kid, since I was so happy. Oh, is that how we're seeing it? She apologized for keeping me waiting, but I don't care about that at all. I confessed her out of the blue after all. I surprised her. I freaked her out. I made her stress about it that whole time. I'm sorry, Yurirei. I knew Yurirei was thinking and worrying and anxious about me after that, since I was watching her, like I always have. I'd wanted to help her out the next time something like that happened, but I ended up being the one stressing her out instead. I couldn't do anything since I was the cause of it. I couldn't tell her I was sorry, and I couldn't tell her to forget what I'd said. So I just waited for her answer, with my heart pounding all the while. Of course I pretended to be all right, though, since it wouldn't be good to worry her even more. I waited all this time. I'm so glad I waited. I didn't care what answer she gave me, but for her to give me the happiest, most blissful answer, I knew I loved you, Yurirei. Yurirei and I are finally a couple now. I was so happy when I heard her answer. I was so happy when she hugged me. I was so happy she told me she loves me. Oh, is Hina gonna reflect on the Sachi Megumi proposal? I kind of hope she does, because we don't get that conversation. And I just love when Yuna is like, so by the way, Hina, I remembered, and I kissed Yurirei. That wasn't a dream or anything, right? Sure felt like a dream, considering we didn't get to see it. I'm just saying, I don't understand why they couldn't have had one CGI with Yuna and Hina kissing. I thought of all the characters, that would be the one, because they're our fucking main couple. Maybe they thought they'd piss off, I don't know. I don't know. That wasn't a dream or anything, right? Yuna's face got really close and I closed my eyes, then something touched my lips. I'm sure they were Yunirei's lips. That was a kiss, right? Now I've even had my first kiss. I was squeezing my pillow so hard I worried the stuffing might burst out. I really became a couple with Yurirei, one that can kiss like that. Oh no, I'm too hot. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get up and go out on the veranda to cool off. I was going to go out onto the balcony and take a deep breath. I didn't mean to repeat that day so closely, but I thought it would be the best way to cool myself down. But unlike that day when I went out to my veranda, Yurirei was there too, on hers. Hina! Yurirei? Whoa, my face is hot again. My body is hot. I'm turning red. I'm so embarrassed I want to look away, but I can't. I want to look at Yurirei, since I'm even happy to see her like this. What's up? I just... Her voice isn't that loud, but I hear it clearly. I can't hide my face, so I'm sure she could see how red I am. What should I do? I'm getting flustered. Came to take a deep breath. A deep breath? Yeah, to take a deep breath. I can't really, though, since my heart feels so full. I'm too happy. This kind of feels really embarrassing. I can't believe I'm feeling like this even though we're a couple now. Or is it because we're a couple now? Now that I look closely, Yuna's face might be a little red too? Does Yurirei feel the same way? Is she feeling a little embarrassed and a little awkward and happy? Is that why her face is red? The two of us stood on our balconies for a while, both silent. Oh, that sounds so adorable. It's getting pretty cold at night now. I can feel myself gradually cooling down. My heart still feels hot, but my skin is cooler in the night air. A sudden breeze brought the temperature even lower, and I shivered a little. You just got out of the bath, right, Hina? Your hair's still wet. You'll catch a cold. Go back inside. Yurirei said, putting her hand on her own door. Good night, Hina. Oh, that was so sweet. I'm a sucker for them. I can't help it. I replied to her and we both went back into our rooms. But just that made me really happy, and I toppled into bed again. Today really became a day I'll never forget. I bet I'll remember this day for the rest of my life. The day Yurirei and I became a couple. The day she gave me her answer, that she loves me. The day I realized I could stay with Yurirei forever. I'll never forget the answer Yurirei gave me, or my first kiss. And the other thing Yurirei told me, oh, please, you have to address. I really need to know what your feelings are about Sachi and Megumi and the sex thing, because it's killing me. How can you not, how do you come to the conclusion of being okay with doing that? I have to just see the thought process. Yeah, okay, here we go. There are 2 ghosts on the roof, and Yurirei has been friends with them all this time. Yurirei wants to lend them her body together with me, and I don't know. It's okay, Hina. You can think Yuna's crazy and you just want to go along with her because you love her, and that's been my prediction, and I think that's adorable. But I think you probably believe her, but I still a part of me in those scenes in the main story, I was like, man, Hina just looks lost. But oh, see, you're so good to Yuna, Hina. You're so good to her. I didn't really get it, but I told her it was okay. She made sure a bunch of times, but my answer didn't change. I don't really get what she means by lend them our bodies. I don't really get what she means by ghosts either. But Yurirei would never make up something weird like that. If she's the one saying it, I'm sure those ghosts are real. And lend them our bodies? I'm sure it'll be fine. Since Yurirei will be doing it too. Still, I don't know. Lend them our bodies for a night and stay over at school? And then do some stuff? That's what she meant, right? I don't get any of it, I guess. What should I do? I don't get it, but Yurirei's asking, so I'll definitely say yes. What should I do about what I don't get, though? Should you ask people about stuff like this? Hina, you know who to ask. And we know who you ask, but you know who to go to. There we go. There's the answer. I bet they'd have all sorts of advice for me. And Matsuri-senpai always tells me to ask her for advice. I'll ask them. I don't get to see them all the time now since they've retired from the team, but I can go ask them, right? I'll go see them tomorrow or the day after. I've got some questions for them. When I decided that, all the frustration I was feeling from my lack of answers faded away. I bet I'll have no trouble sleeping now. Good night, Yurirei, I said to Yurirei next door. Then I dove into my covers. I suddenly felt embarrassed since I'd said goodnight to my girlfriend. But it was awesome, too. That was nice. I liked seeing her sort of think on the Sachi Megumi proposal. And I like it. And I like the conclusion she came to. And now that's it for Hina scenes. Alright. Next up, I think I'm going to do some Yuna scenes next. Are those here? No, this is... Where? I'm not going to sit here searching forever, you guys, I promise, and make you watch like I like to do sometimes. Anyways, here we go. I knew it was somewhere around here. I'm now learning where all the Apple scenes are, probably because there's less of them to keep track of. But next time, we're just going to jump to the Yuna extra scenes, so see you then.